is, really understanding God, getting to know God, building your relationship with God. What are those things you feel within yourself that I desire to improve upon? It could even be would you like to move away from procrastination or move away from emotional imbalance? Would you like to move away from being an emotional expressor? Instead, being a clear speaker that's able to get knowledge from their emotions and learn what their emotions is telling them, but still being able to speak clearly and express yourself where people can understand you and you can speak your truth without all the emotionalism. So these are just examples. There's many things that within we don't talk about or we don't address because it's within. But think about those things that you maybe think about at nighttime when it's time for bed, or those things that's always kind of on your mind, or those small little habits that you kind of push aside and you don't really focus on, and I'll get away from it, I'll get to it, because sometimes those small things can add up and it becomes a big problem. So the winter solstice is a time for you to identify those things and then plant seeds of development and refinement in those areas. What do I mean by planting seeds? Sometimes all we can do is put it in our prayers and meditations, because sometimes we don't quite know how to get there. We've tried different things over the years. We really put effort into it, but we are not finding an improvement. And so sometimes all you can do is put it in your prayers and meditations, and we can talk about what putting in your prayers and meditation truly is. And it's not just kind of sticking your head in the sand and moving it out of your attention span. But it is truly letting it go, acknowledging it, being clear about your desires and your intent, and then letting it go. And as my mother and my grandmother would say, letting God. Now, when I say God, I'm talking about the life force energy that created the world, this higher being, this higher essence that a lot of us think about and know about, that many call God. But it is this presence in our lives and in the world that sustains life and that helps us to create change, create things, resolve situations, growth. There's this life force energy that's keeping the sun up in the sky, the moon, the oceans flowing, and species multiplying constantly. There's this life force energy. And so when we set our intentions, this life force energy is already on top of it. Know that. That is what we mean when we say it's already done. Let us just get out of the way. It's oftentimes the things that we desire in our life, it has not actualized because we're in the way. And you know what gets in the way? Doubt, fear, impatience, expectations. All of those things get in the way of those things that we're wanting to see actualized in our lives, including that inner development. And that's one of the most important things, because truly, once we are in alignment, we are perpetually actualizing and manifesting those things that we desire in our lives. So winter solstice, again, is for introspection. If I could give keywords, I like to give keywords for winter solstice, it would be rebirth, introspection, and cultivation. That will be the keywords for winter solstice and the winter season in general. Introspection, cultivation, and rebirth. That is what winter is all about. And so it is a time for you to kind of get into yourself a bit, fall back a little bit. It's okay to socialize, but let us not run away from ourselves. Sometimes we run away from ourselves. We want to spend time with our friends. We want to spend time with our family. We want to stay on the phone all day. This is the time to kind of get quiet, get off the phone, stop hanging out with your friends every weekend, get with yourself, go on some solo walks. It's okay. Even if you have families, mamas, you can move away for a little while. Go on some walks on your own so you can really think. If you need some support during this time to really help you to get to understand what work you need to get done, get that support. You have people like myself that does spiritual wellness coaching or and life coaching, therapist, whatever you need. But this is the time to do so. Now, let me talk about this conjunction. So winter solstice, the key words was rebirth, introspection, and cultivation. This conjunction, though, is on our side. Thank heavens for this conjunction of Saturn and Jupiter. Okay, let me put Saturn and Jupiter in short. Talk about this conjunction now. I'm going to talk about it in my language. I'm from Atlanta, ATL. Okay, Decatur, where it's greater. That's where I'm from. Decatur not really great. I'm just playing to all my ATLs. Saturn is that planet that really show you that ego. You know, that part of you that's very controlling, very earthbound, egoic, you know, and they don't have to be ugly. Sometimes our ego show up as righteousness or loyalty or love or passion or activists, you know, all of those different things. The ego is what is not divinely, what you're not being divinely led to do. And oftentimes in our lives, we are doing things and being a part of things that we weren't necessarily divinely inspired to do. We are doing it because we feel like it's our responsibility. We feel like it's, you know, it's going to make people look at me like I'm good, or, you know, it's all of those different things. And that is that Saturn energy. That's that Saturn energy where it's a lot of that kind of egoic will going on. Okay. And that Saturn energy is also that the structure part of your life, like the decisions you've made in regards to what you believe in and what principles you follow in life, the philosophies you believe in. All of that is that Saturn energy. It kind of governs how you flow as this physical human being. But oftentimes it's imbalanced. It's a lot of ego in it. You're not necessarily moving away and ascending from that carnal mind or that earthbound mind and consulting spirit. You're not taking the time to listen to spirit and be led instead of just going off of what you think you're supposed to be doing, or what maybe you have been groomed to do, or what you've been conditioned to do, you know? And so that's Saturn. Jupiter is the healing, evolving, elevation, revolutionary energy. Jupiter is all about transformation, empowerment, growth. That's what Jupiter is all about. And so that Jupiter energy is that energy that makes you always want to improve. Okay, I don't think anyone is happy with being down or being, you know, not your best self. No one, I think, is happy about that. That's why we experience things like sadness and anger and fear and all those different things, because we're always trying to gain more and elevate. That's that Jupiter energy. And so in your birth charts, for those who have your birth charts, it would be, and I'm not going to get into astrology. That's a whole nother session, y'all. I can't get into it tonight. But if you do have your birth chart, during this time tonight, once we get off this call, I would suggest that you look at your Jupiter and look at your Saturn, and also look at your aspects to see if Jupiter and Saturn comes up in your aspects. And those who have your charts, you know what I'm talking about, those natal charts. If you don't have your natal charts, let me go on record and say it will be very helpful, especially during these times where you're actually utilizing the heavenly bodies to help you, for you to have that natal chart so you can be very specific with your own work that you're doing. But let me give in short, my Saturn basically talks about how passionate I am, how loyal I can be, how I can get into tunnel vision. My work ethic is very high, so I have to be careful about overworking or being too stubborn or inflexible and all these different type of things. And my Jupiter is definitely all about me being a nurturer and me wanting people to grow because of my own desire to grow myself. And so that's how the natal chart kind of helped me to focus my energy and my thoughts tonight as I work with this winter solstice and its conjunction energy. And so words for this Saturn and Jupiter conjunction, which we're going to be working with this energy for a while now. When I say a while, I mean a while. And we're not going to see this type of support from the heavenly bodies with this Saturn and Jupiter coming together. Conjunctions mean they're coming very close together. They're about 0.1 apart. That's very close for planets. They're not going to see it happen like this for another 80 years. Now the conjunction happens every 20 years, but they're not going to see it this close for another 80 years. So literally the time you put in tonight and for the next few days or maybe few weeks can really change your life, your family's life. It could really shift the way your children, your grandchildren are impacted by you and your light. And so that's our intention for tonight, y'all. Let me give you the key words, and then we're going to set our intentions for tonight so we can stay focused. And I want you all to try to stay with me as much as possible. Feel free to ask questions in the chat room. Don't feel no way if I can't answer it right now, but I will try to my very best to by the end of the session. The key words for this Saturn and Jupiter conjunction is refinement. That's the big one, refinement, okay, refinement. The other one is balance, balance. Here's the questions that come with the refinement. What are some of the things in my life that I need to refine? Is it the way you express yourself? Is it the way you love? Is it the way you think about life? Refinement. What are some of the things I need to refine in my life? Balance. What are some of the things that are out of balance in my life that I need to bring to balance? Is it my eating habits? Is it my work habits? Is it my tendency to love and support others more than I do myself? So I find myself having to really indulge in self-care a lot because I'm running myself down while I'm supporting others. Balance. So refinement, balance. And the third one I would say is shared with that winter solstice, and that is rebirth. Rebirth. And I want to say before we set the intentions, this rebirth idea is we always have an opportunity to improve ourselves, to go through a rebirth. As a matter of fact, every new moon is an opportunity for rebirth, you know, during the months. So you have 13 moons, you know, to help you to get through some rebirthing. But this specific one with this highly charged energy from Saturn and Jupiter can really transform your life. So I want to say, think about those things that you really feel like can't change, okay? But you know you desire change in those areas. I'm too old. I don't have enough money. I have too many responsibilities. I have any of those things that you kind of bury, that your heart is really calling for you to experience in your existence. Those are the things you want to put on the table tonight, okay? Let us allow ourselves to really experience what our heart is calling us to experience in this existence. And some of those things are buried because of what we feel we cannot do because of limitations. But what I know to be true from experience, and I emphasize all the time that there are no limitations when we look at the Creator and the Almighty, what we call God. There are no limitations. Things will work themselves out. It's not for you to figure it out. That's where we mess up, because we realize what our heart's desires are. Then we go almost immediately. How many experience that? How many of you have sat down and thought about, well, what do I really desire from the situation? And your heart says, oh, I'm ready. I'll let you know. Boom, your heart tell you something. Then immediately you start to think about why you can't. Well, I don't know. That's not realistic. And what? Tonight is not the night for that. If you can invoke that 5-year-old imagination, that's what we need to do tonight, okay? And that's what this Saturn and Jupiter is really assisting us to be able to achieve these things. The heavenly bodies influence us because they project a certain level of energy. And we are large portals of energy. Many of you all have heard of the energy circles in our body called chakras. That's not what it's indigenously called, but that's what we know it as. But because we are literally portals of energy, from the top of our head, where that soft spot was when we was a baby, to the bottom of our feet, where if we get reflexology, it could help us to heal our kidney and our liver. Those energetic portals are alive and well. And if they are sluggish, we want to clear them out, or we want to amplify them. But the heavenly bodies and the energy that it projects, it impacts us and our energy portals as well. And so that's how Saturn and Jupiter is impacting us right now. It's not something mystical. It has been studied and researched over the years under the study of astrology and astronomy. And so we give thanks for that study, and we pray that we can utilize what we know to help us out in this physical journey. All right. I hope that has been helpful to get us to really understand what tonight is all about. Here's the intention for tonight. The intention for tonight is for us to really be able to imagine our highest selves, whatever that means to you, your highest self. Okay. That means something different to everyone. Everyone is unique in their own ways, but everyone has the highest version of themselves within them. I don't care what age you are, from 5-year-old to 65-year-old. Everyone has a version of themselves that they consider to be their highest, most vibrant, most abundant, most peaceful, most supreme self. Our intent is to really tune into that person. Okay, when we get the time to script tonight, we're going to tune into that person. And then when we script, we're going to script out that person. We're going to script out that newborn person. And we are birthing this newness from you, from all of us. You know, we all have those things that we need to ascend in, we need to transcend. We need to transcend this physical realm and raise above it. And so that's what our goal is tonight. And we're going to celebrate it. I would love for us to rebirth it tonight and celebrate it for the next few days. Matter of fact, buy the nice Christmas gift, that newborn person that is you, you know, celebrate it. Honor that new person that's being born from your own existence now. Not to down who you are, but to just challenge yourself, to allow yourself to be that highest person, because truly it's worth it. When you really tune into your highest self, when you raise your vibration, when you raise your consciousness, you can really experience so much peace that surpasses all understanding. And it can be a life of so much sweet, sweet, sweet fruit. So much sweet fruit. Will it come with its challenges? Of course. But if you know the principle of polarity, you know that as you get that push and pull, you are creating something. And depending upon how you govern yourself during those challenges and that push and pull, it can be something very sweet, or it can be something that's bitter. It just really is up to you on how you govern yourself and how you handling those situations. So now that we're done with the breakdown, let's get into this meditation, y'all. Get into a comfortable space, comfortable position. You can lay down or you can sit up for this meditation. After the meditation, we are going straight into our script and exercise, so please keep your journals near you. Yay, getting back to my 5-year-old self. Beautiful. I love it. I have been seeing me as a higher self these past few days and hearing this explain why I was having these thoughts. Beautiful. Well, I'm ready to be ready. I've been scripting all day and prayerful all day. So this is my last scripting session for the day to top off this energy. So I'm excited right along with you all. All right, let's put on some soft music. For the vibes. All right. Feel free. Sometimes the music can get a little tricky. So by all means, if it's a little too loud, you can let me know in the chat room. I'm going to turn my camera off. But you will hear me. You will hear me. Oh, come on. All right. Let's just start with activating our breath. Let's start with some deep inhales in through your nose and out through your nose. Slowing the breath down. Letting your inhales be slow, complete inhales. And slow, complete exhales. And relax. Relax your shoulders, your arms. Feel your body expand as you inhale. And contract and relax as you exhale. If you're feeling any tension in your body, this is the time now to bring your breath there. And open your mouth and release that tension. Allowing that tension to release. And relax. Nothing to think about, nothing to consider. Just be here in this present moment, willing to release, willing to lighten your heart, willing to open your mind and listen to spirit. Continue breathing in through your nose and exhaling out your nose, slowing the breath down and relaxing. Feel your chest relax. Feel your legs relax. Feel even your ankle and your feet relax. Even allow your organs to relax. Release your forehead. Release your jaw. Fully relax. Appreciate the darkness. Appreciate the stillness. And if there's anything weighing on your heart as of this moment, any sadness, any worry, any fear, I want you to take a deep breath, slow and deep, in through your nose. Hold it for a few seconds. Hold it. Open your mouth and release. You're going to do that 2 more times. Breathing in deep through your nose. Hold that breath. And open your mouth and release. Let's do it one more time, lightening our heart. Deep breath in. Hold that breath. Hold it. Release it through your mouth. And relax. Allow your heart to be as light as a feather. Holding on to no resentment. Releasing the anger. Releasing the doubt. Releasing the fear. Allowing yourself to welcome in new beginnings, new memories, new opportunities for peace, new opportunities for expansion, new opportunities to be a reflection of the Creator itself. Taking some time to just let it go. Use your breath, inhaling and exhale, to let it all go. Let go of the past. Let go of the responsibilities. Let go of the labels. Let go of the expectations. And just be. Knowing that you have a light force energy within you. You have the very sun energy that we're speaking about tonight. It resides within you. The light that gives life. The light that purifies those things that are out of balance. The light that also protects. Allow yourself to accept your power, to accept your connection. Lastly, visualize sunlight energy surrounding you, sunlight all around you. Imagine it wrapping itself around you, comforting you. And visualize that sunlight energy beaming through your body. Sunlight energy. Moving through your veins, pumping through your heart. Connecting with your personal power. Lifting your confidence. Lifting your faith. Increasing your vibration. Sunlight energy. Let us take one last deep breath in through our nose. Hold it as long as possible. And when you're ready, release it slowly and completely through your nose. And relax, holding the vibe, not rushing yourself. appreciating this moment of relaxation, appreciating the energy flowing through your body. Let's take a moment in this silence and stillness to activate our gratitude. Realizing that gratitude has the highest, purest vibration. So just take a moment to give thanks for your health, to give thanks for all of your resources, for your mind, for your consciousness. Give thanks for family. Give thanks for life, for the sun, the moon, the rain, the plants. Give thanks for Mama Earth that provides us with beautiful nature, beautiful mountains, variety of species. Give thanks for your body, the ability to see and hear and think and feel, the ability to feel love and peace and joy. Give thanks for friendships and companionships. Give thanks for opportunities to create, opportunities to visualize, opportunities to imagine. And give thanks for all who came before us. All of those individuals who came as pure positive energy, doing the very best that they can to live this life, to live out their dreams and their visions. And lastly, give thanks for your elevation. Give thanks in advance for your healing. Give thanks in advance for all of the things that will transpire from this moment of meditation tonight. We just give thanks for our being. We give thanks for our being. We give thanks for our being. Slowly but surely, come back to the present moment, feeling the energy in your fingers, in your toes. Take your time. When you're ready, you may come to the present moment, grab your journals. Take your time. And let us get prepared for our scripting exercise. Before I move forward, let me just do a pulse check. Let me know when you all are ready, how you're feeling. And as soon as I get a few responses, we'll get started. Okay. Beautiful, relaxed and clear. Excellent. From my head to my feet, tingles. Ooh, same here. I feel like my mama's in the room. Ready for it all. vibrating. Yes. Wonderfully relaxed and ready. Feels like my mind, body, and spirit had a full body massage. Yes. Spiritually energized. Beautiful. Ready, feeling smooth. I love it. May peace be still. And may we bear so much fruit from the exercise we're going into. Okay. Beautiful, Anissa. Excellent. Family is ready. I love it when the family come together. Ready to create from feeling of peace and balance. That's how we want to create. We want to create from a place of peace so that we're not creating from a place of fear. Okay, feeling the balance between the physical and spiritual. Now, time to execute. Let's get into it. Okay. So, this is what we are going to do this evening. So we're going to do 3 intentional scripting. We're going to do 3 categories that we're going to do some intentional scripting in 3 categories. Okay. The first one is going to be your I am category. I am. This is going to be the I am. So, you're just going to start your writing prompt with I am. Just like this. I am. I will highly suggest you date the top, put winter solstice, Saturn and Jupiter conjunction, maybe 12/21/20. But that's your first writing prompt is I am. Okay. Don't start yet. just note the writing prompt. Give yourself enough room that you think you will need for that. I don't necessarily like doing that because you could use a whole page, but I want to go ahead and express all 3 prompts so we can get going. The second prompt, or the second category we're doing our scripting is with consideration of Saturn, of the Saturn energy. So I want you to script about the various structure and discipline you'd like to see. Yes, first prompt is I am. Thank you, Rosalind. I want you to script about the structure and discipline that you'd like to see evolve in your life. This structure and discipline may be boundaries. There may be boundaries you want to manifest in your life. There may be a level of discipline you want around certain areas of your life that you know would help you to move forward in a beautiful way. The things that you desire to be more obligated to be more devoted to. That is the Saturn scripting we're going to do this evening. So again, the Saturn scripting, we're going to script about the things we'd like to see more structure, more discipline, more devotion in our lives. Those are the 3 key words: structure, discipline, and devotion in our lives. The first prompt was the I am. The and devotion in our lives. And then the third one. The third one more growth, healing, and understanding. These are the areas in your life that you want to see more growth, healing, and understanding. And no worries, I'm going to explain each one in particular. I just want you all to get them down first. Okay, am I back? Somebody said I was freezing. Okay, good. All right, so the first prompt is the I am. The second one is the Saturn energy. So that's what structure, discipline, and devotion. Structure, discipline, and devotion. And the third one is growth, healing, and understanding. Growth, healing, and understanding. I agree, Tilla. Okay. So let me know in the chat room if we got those. Rosalind is being such a jewel this evening. Thank you, Rosalind. She is putting it in the chat room just in case you're not seeing it. The first one is I am. The second one is the Saturn energy, structure, discipline, and devotion. And the third one is growth, healing, and understanding. And I really want to assure you all that doing this type of work, this is where it's at, okay? We like to kind of push through and make it happen and figure it all out and hustle, hustle, hustle. But it's this type of introspective work that's really aligning you with anything that your heart desires, anything that you want to bring into your experience. When you raise your vibration in these areas, by default, you're going to attract those things that are a vibrational match to your heart's desires by default. It's not much that you have to do except be obedient when you gain inspired actions. When you have those inspired actions or, being motivated, inspiredly motivated, that's all that you have to do. It's more about being. Y'all put at the top of your paper. So I want everybody to think about this and follow this guidance for the whole winter. Be. B. B. B-E. B. B. That's what we have to remind ourselves to do. Be, not do. Be, not do. It's about being, not doing. It's about being, not doing. Think about how you will be in a situation instead of what I'm going to do about the situation. Think about how am I going to show up? How is my being going to be present versus what am I going to do? I'm going to show up and be grateful, be merciful, be peaceful, be understanding. When we practice being more than doing, that is when our heart can stay light and we can give room for the Creator to work things out, because it's not our job. It's our job to be a vessel that the Creator can work through in all situations. So now with the I am, let me just go back and read the one that I did during the day today. Put my birth name, Crystal. Crystal is strong, resilient, lighthearted. And as I was writing this, I was just thinking of this reborn me, this person that you never met me before. You're just meeting me. Because now I am reborn. I am my highest self. My light is shining bright. I am connected. I am aligned. So Crystal is strong, resilient, lighthearted, peaceful, confident, easygoing, attractive, sweet, adorable, irresistible, wealthy, lavish, beautiful, healthy, so different, highly intelligent. Okay, and I can keep going. I mean, that sounds like I'm really bigging up myself, and I am. No shame in my game. But this is the time to do it. This is not time for all of that humble humanness that we be doing, okay? Really tune into what you'd like to experience as yourself and what you'd like the world to experience through meeting you, okay? That's the I am one. Pretty simple at that. Now, the next one, when you go to the Saturn energy, when we talk about what areas of life do you want more structure, discipline, devotion in, say it's that you want more discipline with your health. You're going to already give thanks, okay? This is the key here. This is not just listing out stuff, my health, my da. You're going to say, I give thanks for supreme health. I give thanks for how easy it is for me to be disciplined with my eating. I give thanks for how easy it is to take care of my body. I give thanks for having the resources to take care of myself and my health. This is just health I'm talking about. Maybe someone really wants to manifest more discipline around health. And maybe devotion. I give thanks that I'm more devoted to my prayer and meditation life. I'm more devoted to my self-care and to my own self-work. That's just an example of something maybe you want to be more devoted in. What is it that you want to be more devoted in? And then also, what was the other key word for? It was discipline, devotion. What was the other one? Let me go back to Rosalind. Structure. Thank you. I give thanks for the structure. I don't know what anyone has any structure, anything they want more structure in. Give me something to go off of. I can give an example. But the idea here is to say, I give thanks first. Okay, your structure and discipline around money. Okay, savings goal. Okay, got you. So you say, I give thanks for how easy it is for me to save money. How I'm more dedicated to saving and the financial discipline in my life. How opportunities for me to grow my money and invest and save my money come to me easily and effortlessly. So those are the type of things, that's how you kind of want to write around that. Someone said my tongue, how I respond. Yes, I give thanks. I give thanks for the sweetness of my tongue. I give thanks that my expressions are more expressions of truth and of love. These are the things you want to write. Just think about how, if you think of yourself as, I wish I could be a little bit sweeter with my tongue or a little bit less responsive. Well, you may know how you don't want to be or what you want to change, but what would you like to see yourself be? Would you like to see yourself slower to respond and more ready to kind of be still and be guided on your expression? That's what you will write. I give thanks, and you will be that specific. Be that specific. And now in Jupiter, it's the same thing like we did Saturn, but using those keywords, growth, healing, and understanding. I give thanks for the growth in this area in my life. I love that I am more this. Or the healing. I give thanks for the healing of my mind and the release of the trauma from the situation that happened to me as a child, or if it's anything that you'd like to heal from. And then understanding. I give thanks for the understanding of life, understanding of myself, and the easy understanding of others. I give thanks for what understanding has brought into my life. It has brought into my life a lighter heart and an more open mind. These are just some examples. I hope this is clear. So one more time, and then I'm gonna be quiet. What we're gonna do is I am going to let us write for a little while, and then I'm going to close out. I'm gonna just let us write for a little while so you can kind of have me here to help you out if you kind of feel stuck or want to know how to write something, things like that. And then I'm gonna leave you to your work. And of course, I'm gonna challenge you, no social media, no Netflix and chill. Hold the vibe for the rest of the evening and really put your time and your effort into this. Okay, one more time. The I am. You're filling in that blank. This is the new you. This is the higher you. This is the elevated you. I am. Complete that. For the Saturn energy, I give thanks for, and you're thinking about those keywords, structure, discipline, and devotion. And you're going to, I give thanks for these things, giving thanks in advance. And then for the Jupiter energy, the keywords of growth, healing, and understanding. I give thanks for. The more detailed, the better. Okay, the more detailed, the better. If you say, I give thanks for health, you want to say what it is. I give thanks for the healing of my heart. I give thanks for my body mending and balancing out. I give thanks for the excess weight or anything that I do not desire. I give thanks for releasing that and for my health improving. You want to put that in detail. Okay, I see we have clear. Clear? We clear? Yes, I am the higher me, the elevated me. Yes, keep that flowing. I give thanks for the structure, discipline, devotion. How do I write being okay with not finishing everything I need to complete that day? Good question. Patience. Patience and acceptance. Acceptance of self and presence. I give thanks for being able to be present and satisfied. That's another thing. Being satisfied. I give thanks that I'm satisfied with myself as I am. So patience, being satisfied, I would think those would be the things that you would want to manifest into your life. Um, Acceptance, allowance. I give thanks that every day gives me a new opportunity to do more, to create more, to accomplish more. You want to give thanks for those things. Is it recommended to look at our natal chart while doing these activities? Absolutely. If you have it, absolutely. I would definitely tell you to look at Jupiter and Saturn for sure. Okay. Any other questions? If not, I'm going to be quiet and keep writing on my end. And I'll check in here and there. Does this energy last beyond today? Yes, it does. I would say next 3 days. So much love, Ifeami. Thank you, Victoria. Lakeisha, if you could shoot me an email, I can give you more information. Let me sneak this in. Pardon me if I'm interrupting anything, but let me sneak this in before we get ready to conclude or you all have to leave for today. If you enjoyed this meditation session, This happens every new moon, every full moon, and it's just as intentional, just as intuitive, just as powerful. Um, I have almost like my whole moon meditation crew on here, as well as the tribe. But there's two options for you to be able to gain this type of meditation session and informational session, right? I can imagine some of you maybe have learned something for tonight. But we come together twice a month to do a session like this that's very introspective, very powerful. Sometimes they're more about really scripting our intentions for what we're drawing into our lives. But all the time, it's about making sure we raise our vibration and elevate in life. But definitely check those out at my website, queenyenn.com. That's Queen, spelled like Queen, Yenn, Yenn.com. And consider subscribing to that membership. For less than $1 a day, you can be a part of a community that is in tune, in alignment, always striving. Beautiful families. We have families that are a part of those those online communities. And so you have the Moon Meditation Group as well as the Oyun membership. And that membership, we meet every week. If you become an Oyun member, we actually meet every week. And we do our Wednesday study session every week where we study things about the heavenly bodies, we study spiritual principles, and we get to help each other to refine, to make sure that we're able to stay in alignment and experience as much peace and fruitfulness as possible. We have a lot of members are online tonight. Shout out to all of the members online tonight. We have about 86 members at this point and about 40 something moon meditation members right now. And we welcome so much more. We want to see it grow. We want to see more people, more families, more friends doing this type of work together so that we can experience each other's elevation. And so I just wanted to say that, and I want to thank you all for joining me this evening. I pray that all who have never joined one of my calls before, you enjoyed yourself and you got what you desired from this. I pray that everything that you're scripting tonight come to pass swiftly. I pray that the task be made easy for you. The task of releasing your ego and transcending and ascending from the carnal side of things to your more divine self. I pray that that task becomes easy for you. I pray that the road rise to meet you with everything that you need, everything that you even feel that you desire, in order for you to really come into your new self, full of pure positive energy, confident, with supreme faith, strength, power, to know, to absolutely know that everything is always working out for you, that you have an indwelling life force energy that erases all limitations, and that your very best self is not only enough, but more than enough for all who come in contact with you, for all situations you find yourself in, for all struggles or challenges that you find yourself in, that life force energy that dwells within you can steer and guide you the right way to go. May we be able to trust that. That's what I pray from this call tonight. So this call is recorded. Everyone who registered, you will get a replay of this call. And I honestly pray that I'm able to see many of you all on our next meditation call, which will be during the full moon period. If you're not interested in subscribing just yet, because once you come a few times, you're going to want to, then by all means, you don't have to subscribe. You can just register every month for that new moon and full moon. I do put it out on my social media channel, all of my social media channels, and it's on my Eventbrite. So you can turn on the, the alert, so that you can get the alerts when I make an event and all those different kind of things. And you can just register for each one that you're available for. It's always a replay. So if you're not able to come live and in person, you still get the replay. And you always have about 3 days after a cosmic event to utilize the energy. And so definitely utilize the energy. I hope me expressing these things have not been interruptive to what you are doing. I am going to proceed to end the call and allow you all to go forth with your work. I have some more work to do. I'm happy about it. The conjunction is still happening right now. The energy is very high. I don't know if you know, but today all of the planets around 2:15, all of the planets were able to be seen. All of the planets are on our side right now. No limitations, y'all. No limitations. Imagine your absolute highest self. I don't care what size you are. I don't care what level of education you have. I don't care what responsibilities. It doesn't matter. Imagine, sit in stillness and imagine your highest self, your highest self, and write that within your I am and speak those things that you desire to have structure and discipline and devotion around. Speak those things that you'd like that growth and that healing and understanding to come. And it's already done. So know that for sure. Keep this. I want to ask, what do we do with this? Keep this in your journal. If you didn't write it in your journal, I have a little box that I keep all of my loose scripting in. But keep it. Keep it and revisit it during the spring equinox. That's what I would say. Keep it and revisit it during the spring equinox. And maybe revisit it throughout the winter time to remind yourself of what you're evolving and developing into. And you may have a time where you want to add to it. You may realize, yes, I want to evolve in this area, and you may add to it, so you can do that as well. So if there are no more questions about the exercise, I'm going to acknowledge your chats, and I'm going to let you all go. And I hope you enjoyed yourself. For my new people, please let me know how it went. You can shoot me an email, just reply back to any of the Eventbrite alerts. Lakeisha, if you can reply back to the Eventbrite alert and just ask me that question that you had, I can give you more insight. I really thank you all. This was beautiful, per usual. This was beautiful. I really thank you all for holding the space. She said, oh, I'm going to need way more space. Y'all know y'all supposed to have a poster board or a construction paper when you rock with me. Come on now. You did not come prepared. You know the exercise make you want to do a whole project board. Okay. Give thanks for growth. Does this energy, I already answered that. It was such an honor to be among all of you. Give thanks.